Hey y'all, this is Destiny checking in with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast. I thank you for the support. We are officially at the 3.5K mark. Woo! Insert weird noise here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I would like to say thank you to those of you who have liked, subscribed, shared, comment, gave me a review on iTunes. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I genuinely appreciate it. You know that before I jump into today's topic, I have to thank my sponsors. So first, we have the only hair that I wear, the Royal Crown Extensions. Make sure you check out Sade for your lashes, your bundles, your bonnets, and your wigs. Make sure that you let her know that Destiny sent you. Then, of course, we have our up-and-coming braider, Lisha. Make sure you check out Lisha for your braids, your box braids, your feed-ins, your ponytails, your curls. Make sure you check her out for any of those hair care services. Then, we have my best friend, Tiana Nate. Make sure that you check her out, her YouTube channel. As soon as she hits 100 subscribers, she is giving away $50. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment on all of her videos so that you can be entered in her giveaway. And then last but not least, we have Kisses by Shelly, the only lip gloss that I wear. Shelton officially freaking sold out of lashes really fast. So make sure that you guys are following her on Instagram so that you can be notified when she gets in a new shipment of lashes and glosses, because those things are flying off of the shelves. So make sure you check out Kisses by Shelly. As always, if you check out any of the ladies that I shout out, please make sure that you let them know Destiny sent you. Like, they need to know you heard about it through me, right? Check them all out. They'll be in the description below. Now, on to today's topic. But before I jump into today's topic, let me apologize for not posting a topic yesterday. I was sick, am sick, and so I am apologizing for missing yesterday's episode. But I promise to give you some greatness today. And I apologize if I sound sick to any of those of you who are listening, but I got to push through this thing. So, on Monday, I had made mention in the womanhood or the woman episode to talk about judgments. And so I'm going to transition what we started with women on Monday into today's episode. So I really want to take some time today to talk about judgments. Right? There are so many instances in the world in which we live in that a person can be judged. A person can be judged based on their height, their weight, their skin color, their hair type, who they marry, who they like, their sexual identity, their sexual orientation, how they dress, whether they dress nice enough, whether they wear the brands that you think they should wear, whether they do the things that you think that they should do, right? Judging someone in the list of things that we can judge someone for is doggone probably endless. But I want to talk about judgment, and I want to talk about judgment in a way in which we're not necessarily looking at a list, we're not looking at an itemized list, but we are looking literally at things in which, and taking some kind of stock. Like, why do we judge people? Why is it necessary for us to put people in categories? So if you're one of the people out there and you're listening and you want a little bit of a dose of a Daily Diamond, tune in, baby, because I got something for you. So, judgments. Why do we judge people? I really want to ask this question. Who out there died and made those of you who are judges? Who died and made you to judge? Who are you to think that or to assume that you should judge someone? You have no right to judge someone. You have no right to say that someone is better and or worse than you. You have no right to decide that someone should be, should not be, should have, should not have. You have no right to do any of that. And so I don't know what is going on in our society, and I swear social media is like the doggone devil, because it puts us in a predicament in which we choose to judge people. We decide that we just want to categorize people. And I know that American society and the world in which we live, there's this innate desire and this innate want to label and put people in categories. But why do we got to do that? Why do we as women have to judge other women? Why do we as men have to judge other men? Why as we as young people do we have to judge old people? What are you getting out of judging and or being concerned about someone else? I had said it on Monday's podcast, when you're worried about your own plate, you don't have time to worry about what somebody else is eating. You really don't. You worried about yourself. And so, if you're worried about yourself and you're focused on you and you're thinking of yourself and you're thinking of all the things that you need to accomplish, you need to require, you need to handle, you need to take care of, you don't have time to worry about someone else. And in your not having time to worry about someone else, you don't have time to judge someone else. I also was reminded of like that little famous quote where people always make mention of walking in somebody else's shoes. You never know what people are going through. You never know what people are dealing with. You never know what things people have on their plate, right? And so unless you've walked in that person's shoes, who are you to judge? Why is it that you feel like somebody died and made you the judgment police? If you're not walking in that person's shoes, you're not living the life that they live, you have absolutely no right to judge people. I saw a doggone post on Facebook, and it was done by a person that I know, and she made mention of like people who, women wearing makeup, and I think I had talked about this in another podcast, but women wearing makeup and choosing to wear weave and choosing to do whatever. Like, why be even worried about what other people choose to do? I love a pound of makeup. I love a pound of weave. It don't mean that I don't love myself. It's just something that I enjoy, and I don't do it for anybody else's approval. I don't do it for anyone else's satisfaction. That's just something that I use to be creative. That's just something that I use for pure enjoyment. And so I really wonder why it is that we have to be so judgmental, especially as women. And I'm not even going to make this judgment podcast a race issue, because race is not necessarily what I'm even looking at. I want to know, why are women so doggone judgmental? Why is it that as women we have a really, really bad habit of judging each other? Women go through so much. We have so many doggone responsibilities, but we always manage to judge one another. We always manage to rank one another. We always manage to talk about what someone doesn't have or isn't doing. Why is that even your concern? Like, if you are a mom and you're trying to be a better mom, be a better mom. If you are a wife and you're trying to be a better wife, be a better wife. If you are an employee and you're trying to be a better employee, be a better employee. Why don't we surround ourselves with positive people and positive individuals and put ourselves in positive situations and predicaments to be better? Like, instead of judging somebody, why don't you support them? Why don't you say, hey, I see you're struggling with this. How can I help you? Or if you see somebody, you're a young person, and you see somebody that isn't dressed so nice, why don't you say, hey, I got some clothes I could donate? Or, hey, you want help putting that little outfit together? Like, I can help you look a little bit better. I can help you be more fashionable. Like, why is it that we don't have a helping spirit and we have a more hurtful, harmful spirit? That junk is not positive. It's not negative. It's not positive. It's not needed. It is just so negative. It is just so heart-wrenching. We don't need that. The world that we live in is already hard enough. It is hard to exist in this world. It is hard to be successful in this world. It is hard to deal with all of the ins and outs of all of the things that we are required to do. And the last thing we need is to be judgmental of one another. And so I challenge you today, when you focus on you and you think about you, how could you be a little bit less judgmental of someone? How could you be a little bit less hard on someone for their shortcomings? Because we really don't have an idea of what people are going through or what people experience or what people are dealing with. And so it's not any of your business to judge someone for what they are currently struggling with, because their battles are theirs and theirs alone, and their battles are between them and God. And if you're not going to assist them in dealing with the battle, if you're not going to help get them through this time of darkness, then we don't need you to judge. We don't need you to feel like you got a right to say or do or comment or whatever on whatever they're going through, because you're not in their storm. That story is not yours. That story is theirs and theirs alone. And so judgment is something that I really, really, really want all of us to work on. It is something that I really, really, really want all of us to take into account as we move and as we transition in our life and in our day-to-day activities. And I always say, like, I don't know it all. These are just my thoughts. But I am a person that has been judged in so many wrong ways, right? It could be the color of my skin. It could be my stature. It could be the way my hair is. It could be the way that I come off, right? People assume so many things about me, and quite often they're negative. And then I have to work really, really hard to prove that I'm so much better or so much different than these here negative labels that were bestowed upon me. Not a negative label that I earned, one that was literally bestowed upon me because someone had an assumption about me that was incorrect. And so let's focus on that today. Let's focus on that for the rest of this week. How could we let go of some of those judgments? How could we move past something that is so negative and so detrimental to our spirit and our space? And if you are out there and you find yourself being a judgmental individual, and you're wondering why things are not necessarily positively happening in your life, I'm guaranteeing you that's why. I'm not saying that I'm not judgmental. I'm not saying that I haven't been judgmental. We've all been guilty of that shortcoming. But what I'm saying is, let's make a conscious effort to try to not do that today, to try to not do that tomorrow, to try to not do that the rest of the week, because we want nothing but positive vibes and positive things coming to us. And in order for us to receive all that positivity and all of that greatness, we got to put out positivity. We have to literally put out the types of behaviors and the things that we want to receive. And if we're not going to put those things out there, then we're not going to receive anything that is positive. We're not going to receive anything that is helpful. We are not going to find ourselves in a better predicament unless we do what we need to do and we put in our every effort and our best effort to be positive and to be forthcoming and to be helpful and to be honest and to be transparent and to be all of the things that we need to be happy, to be healthy, and to be supportive not only of self but supportive of others. And so today, that's the Daily Diamond, and that's what I challenge you to do. When you focus on you today and you think about you, think about how you could be a little less judgmental moving on from day to day. And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I'll see you guys tomorrow.